Who do you think is going to claim the last wild card spot in the NFC? The New Orleans Saints or the San Francisco 49ers?
Now, I know that there are specific implications that are going to matter in both cases. I don't know if it's both of them win and get in, even though it is the last spot. If it is just win and get in, I'm going to go with the Niners. The Niners absolutely slapped the shit out of the damn Rams in prime time a couple of months back. The Rams are not the same team. They've been struggling to beat teams as of the last couple of weeks. I think the last couple of weeks outside of the Jacksonville game, both games went and they won by 1 point against the Ravens. And who else was it last week that they played that they won by one?
Well, they beat the Ravens last week by one.
And then there was another game that they only won by one before the Jacksonville blowout, or even after the Jacksonville blowout. I don't know. But again, I don't necessarily have faith in the Rams. Plus, they've already clinched a playoff spot. Green Bay's already clinched the top seed. I don't necessarily see them playing their hearts out. I don't see Sean McVay really keeping his starters out there aside from maybe just getting them consistent reps. San Fran's got more to play for. Jimmy Garoppolo's coming back. Obviously, Trey Lance played last week, but Jimmy's coming back. George Kittle's healthy. And that team as a whole, as a unit, has just been fighting so hard to stay relevant, stay alive in this division. And I just think it's their time, man. I don't know if they're going to win a game, but I think that they just have so much more to play for, especially because the Rams already have a spot. So I look forward to this game. I think that the Niners win their game, and I think that they get in. No disrespect to the Saints. Obviously, I have my own hatred for them for my own reasons, but I genuinely just think that the Niners are a better suited team, a better, more well-rounded team, especially because they're not playing quarterback carousel with all this bullshit with Taysom Hill, Trevor Simeon, and then 1 week they use Taysom Hill straight wildcat and they win by 20. The next week they want to drop him back 38 times. He throws 4 interceptions. I don't think New Orleans is consistent enough. I don't think that defense has had enough time together since all of the injuries and the COVID things that has been going on for them all year. Alvin Kamara has been battling injury all year as well. So safer pick, definitely going to be 49ers. But personally, I also do believe that they deserve to get in.
Yeah, so in this one, I'm going to side with you on this one. I am going to go with the 49ers in this one just because the Rams have already clinched a playoff spot. And I think if
And the
memory serves,
division.
yeah. So when I look at it, um, I don't really think the Rams have much to play for. I think, well, I don't actually know off the top of my head if they can improve their playoff seating. But despite that, I think the Rams are going to take their foot off their pedal in this game. And I do think that the 49ers are going to be able to edge it out just because it's like you said, Kevin. I think the 49ers are a much more formidable team than the New Orleans Saints are currently constructed. Really, when Jameis suffered that torn ACL about a month and a half ago, it really just put the entire team on a tailspin. And they've been inconsistent to say the least since that injury that Jameis sustained. But their defense was really the focal point that kept that team afloat. Now, when I look at San Francisco, they're an interesting team because I don't necessarily think that their record necessarily indicates the value of the team. Because I think that even though they have a 9-7 record, there's been some games where they've been in it up until the end, and then they've just had some games go against them. Really, the ones that I can kind of think of off the top of my head was the Packers game earlier in the season, and then the game against the Titans. I think that one took place about 2 weeks ago. But to me, when I look at the 49ers, their defense has been playing phenomenal the last month or so. I believe the most points that they've given up against any team, I think was only like 20 or 25 points to the Cincinnati Bengals. And that was in the beginning of December. I mean, since then, I think they've only given up like in between like 10 or 15 points consistently. So they're the 49ers have been a better team as far as I'm concerned. And I think when you look at the matchup, it doesn't necessarily indicate that the 49ers should be favored. But I do think that the 49ers definitely present a bigger challenge for the Rams. And even though that I do think that the Rams do have a good shot to win that game, I'm going to go with the 49ers. And I think that they would be the last team to get the wild card spot in the NFC.